Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time for the brand new Pokemon Horizon series. Episode 1 is part 1 of an hour-long special and it's titled The Pendant of Beginning. There's so many things to talk about, so let's begin. Let's start with the main character. The main character of this new series is Liko, and we'll learn about Roy later on in the future. Liko is a shy girl from Paldea. She overthinks a lot and is always apologizing, even for the smallest things. Unlike characters in the past, we actually get to hear Liko's inner monologue quite frequently. Usually we only hear characters' inner monologue when they're trying to strategize in battle, but here we get to see it in just normal, everyday situations of her talking her way through things. She's always thinking about things, and I actually really like this. I hope this is something that continues in the future. She says she arrived in Kanto to find something, and we don't really know what that something is, but I suspect it's about herself. It's a coming-of-age story where our heroes trying to figure out their life. She's roommates with Anne, a messy girl with a lot of confidence, and the two quickly become friends, and the next day we learn that all the students in the school are about to get their starting Pokemon. Anne gets Oshawott, and when Liko picks her Pokeball, she gets Sprigatito. We see throughout the episode that at first it doesn't look like the two are going to get along. Sprigatito is pretty similar to Liko in that when it does things, people question why it's doing the things it's doing, similar to how people view Liko. Throughout the episode, Liko tries to find out more about Sprigatito, where it likes to sleep, what it likes, and as well it trains with it to learn leafage. But it seems to struggle. Sometimes it does it but fails, sometimes it just doesn't want to train. It's a very casual Pokemon, however, she does end up getting closer with it as time moves on. One night, when Liko is drawing out her thoughts in her diary, which is something really unique, we learn about a pendant given to her by her grandmother to keep her safe, that she believes is a good luck charm. And while she doesn't know it, that pendant is going to attract a lot of people to her, including bad guys. It's break time from school, and Anne heads back to her family for this break while Liko stays behind in school. However, while she's doing that, two groups of people are also looking for her. The ones wearing a suit are the first to get by, forging a letter from her grandmother and telling her to bring her pendant down. And unlike Ash Ketchum, who probably would have done this exact same thing with no questions, Liko is immediately suspicious and leaves the room through the window. They do eventually catch up to her, however, then the second group of people, and in this case, the guy from that group, arrives with a Charizard. The first dude brings out his Ceruledge to challenge the second guy, and the two begin fighting. However, the fighting is causing damage to the school. Liko decides that she doesn't want the school to get in a crossfire, so she and Sprigatito get on top of the roof and try to jump to another. As she jumps though, however, a stray Psycho Cut is about to hit her when all of a sudden her pendant activates, creating a bubble shield that protects her, and that's where we end this first part. What an explosive way to start a series. This episode does a great job of introducing us to our main characters and her Pokemon, showing their characteristics. We learn a lot about the type of person Liko is. Her inner monologue helps us connect with her as a character because her fears and ideals are really based on real things that kids that her age would be think about. We get fun side characters introduced like Anne and the recurring person in the Nidorina costume, the YouTuber. And then we get introduced to the main villain in a secondary group, shrouded in mystery, with the only thing we know being that the pendant that Liko has is important. Wow, what a way to hook people in. This is all fascinating stuff. I can't wait to see what happens going forward.